How's that for like a roof on the
What's tonight's plans?
Nothing, we're pretty boring people. Probably edit some videos, watch some Netflix sports documentaries. But I actually remember that Clean Health event, like before the first talk. I remember I was in the bathroom. Because obviously, like, in terms of track record, I had the weakest CV of everyone on that board, like Sebastian or Hattie Boyd or fucking Lane Norton. And I was the youngest. Imagine there being some like mega events undefeated in like a couple of years, you know, like sort of like Chris did at those gyms recently. You know, I can imagine like it's a sold out gym. And like you can easily get in your head and sell yourself the story that you're an imposter. You know, like, well, you're too young, you don't know as much as these guys. You haven't earned the same success that these people have. So like, be on your box. Like, don't like act according to your CV. I have 5 lessons planned for us today. This is for sure the biggest presentation, seminar, conference that I've ever prepared. I don't know if many of you followed my story over the last few years, but my 2022 was a horror show, big time. And I'll touch on some of these things that happened, but I came out of that year with a lot of lessons learnt, and those lessons learnt translated to an immense amount of success in a short period of time following that terrible year. I want to try and pass on some of those lessons and advices so that you can apply it to your own life. And it doesn't really matter if it's within fitness, within business, within relationships. I think there's stuff to take away that can make you better across the board. But I remember before going out, I went to the bathroom and I was like slightly a little bit nervous. And I remember like saying in the mirror, like, just act like you're top dog and that you deserve to be here. And then I just walked out telling myself that I was as good as Lane Norton. And I know that I'm not. But I just told myself to act like that. And then you walk out and like the nerves are still there, but you just don't show them. And then people come up to you afterwards like, oh, you're such a good speaker, you do it so naturally, and like how do you not be nervous? It's like the nerves are still there, you just don't show them. That's what I do. And it worked. And ideally, one day, the person that I'm acting like will be the person that I actually am, and I won't have to put on the front. But until then, I'm happy to walk in the shoes of the person I want to become. And then one day you're going to feel it. but I was comfortable and I wasn't pushing myself hard. I was relaxing. And then at the tail end of 2021, I had the beginning of a cascade of serious, unfortunate events that ended in me not being able to train for basically all of 2022. For someone who was normally training twice a day and lived like an athlete, I spent most of my time in my apartment room alone, asking myself some pretty big questions about life and what I was doing and what my objectives were, and more importantly, what the hell I was going to do when I got an opportunity to start chasing my goals again. Being on the sidelines for 12 months, that hurt so bad that I came out into 2023 like an absolute monster, you know, and I really was not prepared to waste a single second relaxing or chilling. And then in a very short period of time, I went from basically Jackson, the online coach, to Jackson, who now had 2 restaurants, 2 villa complexes being built in Bali, an online coaching course, land purchased and plans in place for the development of a gym in Bali. All the meanwhile still being able to prioritize my progress as an athlete. Be very wary of how much you're chilling and how much time you're feeling comfortable, because when you're feeling comfortable, you're not getting closer to your goals. We should practice enduring sensations that cause discomfort, yet you know are valuable. Do not constantly seek the path of least resistance. That is what a lot of our society is guilty of at the moment, particularly in the fitness industry as well, that everyone's saying, okay, let's not train to failure. Let's leave a bunch of reps in reserve. Let's not diet too hard. Let's do flexible dieting and just eat whatever you like. You know, we're constantly being fed, like, let's go down a pathway of least resistance. And that is dangerous because you don't get to practice enduring discomfort. And when you're not practicing enduring discomfort, you don't know how to deal with discomfort when it gets thrown upon you. I've been lucky enough to be close with a lot of professional athletes in physique sports. They don't like doing a drop set on hack squats any more than the next guy, but you wouldn't be able to tell because they're just not expressing the suffering as much as the next person. Discipline isn't doing the things that come easy to you. That's not discipline. Discipline comes with practicing the things that are uncomfortable, but doing them so consistently and so perfectly that it looks like to an outsider that you love doing it. So instead of feeling like you need to announce every move and tell everyone that you're doing the work, just do the work that will lead to the success, and then the success will do all the talking for you. A big difference between winners and losers with regards to their perspectives around destiny or the universe. And a winner, when they get defeated, they will just say simply, I wasn't good enough, I need to be better. Whereas a loser, when they get defeated, they'll say, oh, it just wasn't my time, or the universe didn't have it laid out for me, or it wasn't in my I didn't get dealt those cards this time. That is a loser mentality because it's not taking responsibility for the outcome. A winner takes the responsibility for the outcome. Are the people around you pushing you to be better or pulling you back to their standards? And to be successful, you have to be abnormal. You have to be beyond the average. And most people are average. So by definition, most people will be pulling you back to the average. Purely statistically speaking, the more people you surround yourself with, the closer you will approximate the overall average of the data pool in the sense of the world. Be very selective. Ideally, you don't want too many people around you. More people around you, more closer to the average you'll become. Big groups rarely get successful together. It's individuals that become successful, and then the successful individuals that become grouped together at the top. We are going to head up to the gym. Feeder sets. Get training. Up, 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 up. One more, one more. Again. Come on now. Yep, yep. Come on, stay on it. And time. Good stuff. There's more. You're not there yet. Come on. Stay on it. Stay on it. Stay on it. Stay on it. Good. You don't want to just bail out of the failure rep. You want to stay on that because that is extremely stimulating tension, very anabolic tension right then. So when it gets really tough and you feel like your fibers are maxed out, stay on that, enjoy it until your spotter. Tell your spotter not to pull you out of the hole, slowly, gently drag you out of the hole so you can milk out all that tension on the muscle fibers all the way through. Stay on it. Yep. Stay there. Stay there. Stay in it. Stay in there. Stay there. Yes, great rep. And control them down. Well done. Great set. Really nice. Taking that lemon and squeezing it for every drop of juice that it's got. You know, like with every set that we do, just imagine like you've got a lemon and some people, they're squeezing that lemon and they're getting a few drops of juice. But with that, we are really squeezing that fucker till it's dry and we're getting every last drop out of it. You know, that was really nice. Keep it there. Keep it there. Drive, 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 drive. Good rep. Stay in the set. Stay in the set. Yes. And rest. We've got one more effort here. Remember, remind it to yourself, stay in the set. Don't look at anything to the side. Don't look at where the rack is. I'll take care of that. You just stay in the set. Empty the account. Come on, empty the account. Yes, come on. Yes. Great rep. Give me two. Give me another. One more here. What was that? What was that? We got one more. We can't end it there. I'm not happy with that. Can't sleep tonight after that. Yeah, fuck shit. Let's go. Last effort. One more. I'll call it. Two more. Stay there. Stay there with me. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Well done. Well done. Well done. First international event. Success. I don't think we can be disappointed with that. Everyone learnt a bunch, and I think they're leaving with value. I'm confident about that.
They justify it. It's easy. Like I can make the justification. I could be like, oh, I just had my first international seminar that went for 8 hours. I deserve to kick back and have a meal and take the night off and enjoy that. But if that's your mentality, you just lower your ceiling, I feel. The people who are destined for big things is like, they do the 8-hour seminar, but then they're like, yeah, well, we've still got our cardio to do, we've still got our check-ins to do, we've still got our other things to check up on. You know, they're not just satisfied. People get so easily satisfied with mediocre achievements. And people might say like, oh, well, your first international seminar and being so successful, that's not a mediocre achievement. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I also think the people that are going to be like super successful, like they're not getting satisfied with that. You know, like they're like, yeah, they appreciate it. Like, yeah, that's cool, but like, we can be better, and we know it, and we're going to keep working for the next thing. It all just depends on where you set your ceiling. You set your ceiling low, you hit achievements, and then you feel super satisfied. You set your ceiling high, you hit checkpoints, but then you just set your gaze up a little bit higher into the next one. It's all up to you where you set your ceiling, what you define as a remarkable achievement or a mediocre achievement. We decide that, and I just decided to put a really high level of expectation on myself and set my achievements and my targets really high.